That's a good question. I had a lot of stage fright. Okay, here's a tip from Dar Williams.
Hi, my name is Maggie, and I'm here today with Ponybird. When did you start writing songs?
I would think officially I started writing songs maybe the past 10 years. Officially thinking about making the things that I had written as poetry or little scraps of melodies that I enjoyed to sing to myself and officially turn them into a song format. But I've always done musical theater performances, choir performances. I went to school for acting. I've had vocal lessons, and I've been a musician playing the drums since I was very small. So the actual moving up front to be the songwriter as the person who brought the songs to the band is recent. It was a little bit awkward because I was used to being behind other people and doing harmonizing work or playing drums and rhythm, so I had to do two really important things, which was switch to the main melody and then also play the guitar. I played, but not to the proficiency that one would need to be a solo performer. So I had a friend of mine whose name is Christina Abbott, and she plays under a couple different monikers. One of them is C. Marie, I think is the most recent. And I was her percussionist and backup singer for a while, and she encouraged me to sing my own songs, work on them more, and take risks to perform out. And that meant going to open mics and kind of fumbling and getting through all the nerves and the stage fright of maybe a low stakes performance like an open mic or a small showcase doing two songs. And then I, over the years, have worked my way up to be able to like headline and things like that. But at first, I had a lot of stage fright and I was very nervous. It wasn't natural for me to get away from being behind a drum kit or a microphone accompanying somebody else. It really actually freaked me out.
Which artists or band have inspired you the most?
Ooh, that's a good question. I was actually thinking about that earlier today, and I still feel like it's Ani DeFranco. I can't get over it. Like I'm like, are we still there with Ani DeFranco? And we're still there. Like, she just put out a video that she did with a women's choir in Charlottesville following the Charlottesville attacks. And she did Joyful Girl, which is one of her early hits, but she did it with this huge choir of women behind her. And she had this like really relaxed, seasoned, like I've been through it vibe to her. She had like a lot of gratitude and softness for the audience. And I was like, it's interesting to follow someone through their entire lifetime of songwriting and see how they change as a person. Yeah. And still be on board with it and identify with it. And that's how it, like with her, I was like, wow, she's actually gotten to a point where she's really in gratitude for people having kept up with her this long. And like, I still want to know the story. Like, I still want to tune into the story. And her story is really powerful to me. Like, it's paved the way and given me permission for so many parts of my life. Not just how I songwrite, but like, I think of her songs in a million scenarios. And I was like, no, kind of like, what would Ani do right now? Or like, what did she say about this that changed my mind about this topic? We've grown together over like the past 20 or so years, 25 now.
Do you know of any exercises or games that have helped you learn how to write better songs that you would recommend?
I've had people hand you like a chord of the day or the phrase of the day or the word of the day, and that will work. Sometimes different things work on different days. And that can be really inspiring and refreshing. Or I've had folks who've suggested like swatches of color or looking at a picture. Someone said go buy postcards at the store and write a song about what your interpretation of the postcard scene was. And I did 2 songs from postcards that I really ended up like keeping that I liked. And then I've even seen like a beach ball, and each slice of the color of the beach ball has like a phrase or a chord, and you pass it back and forth. For me, visuals work really well. Yeah. Let's say I have a feeling and I'm like, I want to write a song that feels like or sounds like, and I've done like Bruce Springsteen, and this one sounds like Bob Dylan, this one sounds like the Antlers. And what I'll do is sit with the guitar in front of like Spotify or something. But I do this with Elliott Smith a lot because he's very difficult to follow. And I'm like, okay, I like that chord. What was it about that chord? What was it about the phrase of that that he said and did that I would like to mimic? And I can figure out kind of like a palette. Like he's always using A minor. He's always on second capo. He tunes to this tuning. He does a lot of lyrical like trickster stuff. And so now I've got kind of like the parameters of what I'm going to do to write a song like Elliott Smith. And eventually, because my own flavor, blends in, it becomes my song, but it starts out mapped as a sort of mimicking someone else. Infamously, all